I couldn't imagine that. Honestly, I couldn't. No matter how,
That's the last place. I wouldn't wish it on nobody.
yeah, no matter how bad she is, or no matter all the things she's done wrong, I don't ever want to see anyone get dropped off at jail, especially pregnant. Hey guys, welcome back to the Gossip and Gypsy Sisters. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Annie, formerly from the TLC show Gypsy Sisters. We're here to break down things all gypsy, so come with us.
Each week, we're going to be updating you on what's been going on in my life and Annie's life. We're also going to be watching the episodes for the very first time.
So if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you do so and hit that bell.
So, Annie, before we dive into episode 106, let's talk about what's been going on with your life this past week.
Girl, I've had all kind of visitors, kids in and out, and I've been doing TikTok. I ain't been working. I took a break from work, and I've been doing a lot of TikTok at night.
Oh, he ain't gonna say custom angles.
She just tried to say you ran away from her last night 3 or 4 times.
He did. He come on Brady's set so many times last night and rolled out.
You've been getting on me, telling the world that you never see me or hear from me no more because I do too much TikTok. And now looks like you've joined the bandwagon. What made you stop cleaning cabins and start doing TikTok?
Oh, I didn't stop. I didn't quit. I just took a break from it. But I don't get on it as much as you. I get on at nighttime, and then that's it. What's been going on over there?
Lexi and Richie and all their families, everybody gathered up and went over to their Nan and Paps. And I guess the kids got into Richie's girl Madeline and Lexi's girl. They all went over there, and I guess Ellie was, just she doesn't know what rough playing is, and she was getting a little bit rough with Madeline. And Lexi wasn't upset that she was getting rough with the baby because babies don't know. You have to teach them right from wrong. They don't just know. They just had a really, really big disagreement about the kids, the situation with the kids. So instead of Lexi calling Richie and saying, hey, why didn't you do this, or this? She went straight to the internet and made a big old post, which wasn't like directed. She didn't say their names, but they knew it was towards them. So Richie lashes out on Facebook and tells her that he's going to come over and slap her, and that he wanted them to fight and just get it over with, hash it by fighting, which wasn't very, that's not the way you handle your
Adult-wise
in your situations. So they're still not talking. They're still mad. Lexi did apologize to Richard and Savannah for her involvement to go as far as it went, that it made him get on there and say what he said. So she apologized. They did it. And since then, Savannah found out she's pregnant again. Her baby. Yep, Savannah's
You ain't
pregnant.
told me this?
Because I just found out too. I did not know. And I think that's got a lot to do with Savannah's moodiness and, kind of like her and Lexi,
Wow.
they've been throwing shade. And I remember when Savannah was pregnant with Ellie, it made her very, very, very irritable, just like she's been lately. So between Savannah finding out she's pregnant and moody, Lexi's been on the depot shot and extremely moody. So they're bound to bounce on somebody because of the pregnancy and the depot shot. So it just so ended up happening to be the both of them.
So, Kayla, I see that George is back with little Bella that he used to be with. What's going on with that?
Annie, he's not only back with her, George is not even 18 yet. And for the first time he's ever in life texts me telling me he loves a girl. Like LOVE, loves. He just texted me 2 nights ago and he sent me a little video. He's been driving back and forth to where she lives. They live in Virginia. So he's been going down to see her, and they've been doing some fun things on the weekend. Every weekend, like this past weekend, they went skiing. No, not skiing. Ice skating.
Ice skating.
They went ice skating, and he sent me a video of them in the mall after they left the ice skating ring. And it was just of him and her, and they're walking through the mall. And he said, "Mom, I really love her." I think that's his way of letting me know that they're going to be together soon. He's definitely found the love of his life. He let me know that. So at this point, all we could do is sit back and watch. And I do wish them well. And I hope that she is the one for him, and I hope he's the one for her. And they've made it pretty clear that that's what they both want. So pretty soon, my last child home, my youngest, will be married.
You know, Kayla, I'm glad George has found his one. I'm glad he's going to calm down and be a good boy now and no more fake IDs and strip clubs, huh?
I mean, my goodness, he really, really put us through the ringer with that one. But on a positive note, let's go ahead and jump in to today's episode. We are discussing season 1, episode 6, TLC's Gypsy Sisters. All is fair in Gypsy War tonight.
Are you ready for some tubing today? Hello?
I think I found Connor.
Sometimes your life is a little bit better off without other people in it.
Bling, bling, baby.
Where the hell you gonna get a big diamond?
Nettie barged her way in our business.
Laura and her don't know nothing about no designing. She don't want to with Nettie.
If I knowed everything you did in your past, I probably wouldn't have married you.
This episode is packed with some juicy scenes, I'll tell you that. Some real juicy scenes. Before we get into it, like, what did you think about this overall, like, this episode?
Kayla, the
It's
whole
my least favorite.
it's always a shit show when we have Mellie around.
So the first scene I want to talk about is the one with Mellie and Robbie when they're in the car and they're trying to work things out.
How about you go whore around and do everything you want to do?
How was I whoring around? How was I whoring around? You have no proof I was whoring around.
I have pictures.
You don't have no pictures.
Don't sit here and deny to me because that just shows me you're a liar. I never trust Robbie. I didn't trust him before I married him.
I think he was cheating.
She knows Robbie wasn't sleeping around on her. You know, she's just pregnant and very, very moody.
She's moody when she ain't pregnant.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like that was just her way of, like, some attention needed that day rather than Robbie really doing anything out of the way to her. Honestly, I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. I just think it was more attention deprived for her. That's what she wanted.
Kayla, the next thing I want to talk about is the one where you're meeting with Heather.
Oh my God, I am not nowhere near a fashion designer. I can think of it and let somebody else write it down for me.
That's my tutu, but all these
Give me that
lines
tutu
are gonna
back.
be nothing but feathers.
hold
Actual
on.
feathers.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. You wanna see my drawing? There's my drawing.
You done good.
Nettie's designs look like chicken scratch.
It'll take me about a week to mock all of these up.
We're throwing Mellie a baby shower, so why don't you make some of those up and bring them?
Okay, I can do that.
I was supposed to meet with Heather because there was initially a very, very big disagreement with me and Nettie prior to this very episode because she thought I wanted to go in business by myself. Complete. So, we got into a really big argument because she thought I was trying to keep her out. So here we all meet together. Obviously, we made up. We're going to meet together now and try to see what we can, like, work out. I thought she done a pretty good job on the sketches, and I thought it was a very good idea. Once it was all said and done, that we did get to meet there pleasantly with all of us, and Nettie not feeling like she was totally left out because now we're at the table. Let's sit down here. Let's look at our sketches and our drawings, and let's move forward with these outfits that she's gonna make and is making for Dallas's baby shower.
All right, the scene that I want to talk about is the phone argument with Nettie and Mellie. Like, what happened?
What happened?
Mellie was stirring the pot, for one. She always stirs the pot with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Mellie has always been jealous of you in ways. Mellie's got jealousy issues with anybody if all eyes are not on her. It doesn't matter who it is. And in this case, it just happens to be you.
Is Annie down here for drama?
You're just dealing with us.
Right, but this is the thing I'm pissed off of. When Annie comes down here, Mellie gets kicked out out of every thing.
Is Mellie really this pissed that Annie's gonna go tubing instead of her pregnant ass?
I am a wild maniac, and ain't no kid inside of me gonna keep me calmed down, because I will claw somebody's face and pound their face in.
I wouldn't do that, because that's not how you
You
hit.
said you had.
But no, y'all called me gold digger.
I never said nothing. The only thing that came out of my
I wouldn't give you a message.
No! Shut the up!
She always just had to be that one, like, stick out, be the best, do the best at everything, but I ain't in competition with nobody. I'm me and I am who I am. Like her.
Every time the pots get stirred up, then you have to worry about patching things up. You know what I'm saying? Like, she stirred that pot. She stirred it up. She got attention. She started a little bit of a war. But then on the outside of a war, what has to happen? Your family. You're going to
You gotta work things out. See, I get mad and I'll go for blood and war and cuss you out, call you every name in the book. But then 5 minutes later, I'm fine.
I mean, yes, and I'm the same way, but the older I get, I'd rather, if you're going to start trouble on me or tell lies on me or just whatever the reason may be, I'm finding I'd rather just avoid all that.
Yeah, avoid it.
I don't want no parts of any drama. I don't want to be a part of somebody feeling like they're not getting enough attention, so there could be trouble started just because people need attention. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. Life is very short, and none of us should be arguing with we shouldn't be arguing with anyone. Like we're supposed to be mature adults here, not a bunch of kids wilding out. You know what I'm saying?
My foot's going to sleep, Angel. Yeah, you're right.
So Annie, throughout this episode, one of my fun moments, if I'm being very honest, was when Mellie wanted to reveal her gender through the painting of her belly.
Hey, I like that. I like the blue on there and stuff. I really thought that was a neat idea.
Oh my gosh. It's a boy in boxing gloves on your yeah. Oh my God. Her saying it's a boy, that doesn't surprise me at all. But Mellie's got body paint, boxing gloves on her. Wow.
Have you ever seen anyone else do that? Because I haven't.
No, but that was actually something good that she done for once in her little life.
I was just going to say the same thing. That was actually something very thoughtful. It was nothing. You know what? She's pregnant, so obviously she's not stripping. But this way, she got to be without her clothes, but in a classy way to give the gender reveal of her baby. And then behind that reveal become a sad part for Mellie when she had to get dropped off at jail. I couldn't imagine that. Honestly, I couldn't. No matter
That's the last place. I wouldn't wish it on nobody.
Yeah, no matter how bad she is, or no matter all the things she's done wrong, I don't ever want to see anyone get dropped off at jail, especially pregnant.
Since the show's not been around anymore, Mellie has done a lot of growing up. I will give her that. She's not like she used to be. She's still, a little crazy Mellie, but she's grown up a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So overall, what did you think about this episode, like after breaking it down this way?
I mean, it was a little sentimental because of the baby deal, but it was sad because she went to jail, but then you had to arguing. So honestly, I don't know what to think of it. It's crazy. Crazy.
Annie, is there ever a time that a bunch of us are all together that there's not drama? We made it through the first season of Gypsy Sisters, and before you can say anything, let me tell you how I feel about it. We were shotgun on that roller coaster ride, baby.
Girl, it was a hell of a roller coaster
To this
ride.
one, there was a lot of emotions. There was a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but we always climb back up.
And so it was a hell of a roller coaster ride for sure.
It was
For
a hell
sure.
of a season. It was a hell of a season. Who could ever imagine that a group of people could go through A through Z all in one season and really had, you know what, TLC bit off more than they could chew. That's how I feel about it. Because every episode we filmed, there was more and more and more unannounced drama that came. There was so many things come at us that we didn't even know was coming, but we just faced it all head on. And they say what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. I believe that too. Because believe me, that was a hell of a season. All right, guys, be sure to come back next time when we discuss season 2, episode 1, The Calm Before the Storm, where you guys are going to meet 3 new Gypsy sisters. That's Annie, Sheena, and Joanne.
The Gypsy Princess. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell, and send your burning questions in. Bye, y'all.